What is going on, everyone, and welcome to a Dose of Magic Live, the live show where we're talking about all things Walt Disney World Resort. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Brett.
And we are back for another week talking about all things Walt Disney World Resort. And this one's a special one. This is the show where we've had the most guests that we've ever had coming on our live show with us to play a game a little bit like speed dating, trying to find our best Disney travel partner for in the parks. So we're going to have a lot of fun with different situational questions and put people on the hot seat. But before we get into that, you guys know the drill. Brett, what is going on? And let us know, are you still doing that 75 hard? How's that going? This is your weekly accountability check-in for it.
I need it. I need this weekly accountability. I am still doing it. We are still very loyal to it. Still feeling great about it. I'm actually drinking a smoothie right now, and instead of a snack like I usually would after work. So
Lovely.
just a lifestyle change, but I'm feeling good. I'm liking it. So we went chip and putting yesterday, just kind of to get outside, and we kind of that is our workout for outside. So yeah, it's just been really, really good. Still doing it, still liking it.
Good. It's a good habit.
It is. It is. How about you? How are you? You were just away, traveling as always, without me. How was it?
I know. It feels like I'm always on the road. I was just traveling. I was in Nashville for a buddy's bachelor party. And I will be honest, it was only 3 days, but it felt like 3 years. It was so much fun. But I'm like half of a human right now, trying to recover with the energy levels and my poor liver and all of that. But I have Something in the Orange by Zach Bryan still stuck in my head. So if you hear me singing that at any point this episode, that is why it's still stuck in my head. I'm not going crazy, but I've been singing it all day. So we are still riding the high from that weekend and just having a good time. But this is also exciting me, trying to get into this game as well, because we have a lot of people here who want to play with us. So we're looking forward to it. Brett, do you want to explain to them a little bit again of how we're going to run this and how this is going to go?
Yeah, I would love to. So backstage right now, we have 7 wonderful people who have decided to join us for this episode, the most guests we've ever had. So let's pray our software works. Let's hope my editing ability is out of this world to make this happen. But we have all these people. We'll bring them on screen or on stage one at a time. We will ask them a question. Ryan and I have created 18 potential questions to be asked. Every person will get the same question with whatever round we are asking. So all questions will remain the same, cycling through 7. So they can give their best answer. They can decide to sabotage if they want to go aggressive with an answer, funny with an answer. They have the ability to. And the goal of this is to figure out who the best park partner would be. So if we were going down to Disney, which one of these people is getting our phone call to say, we have a 3rd plane ticket and you're coming? So that's the goal here. That's what we're trying to find out. And that's the way that we're going to do this.
Exactly. And we'll see. Time permits. We try to keep the show to about 30 to 45 minutes. So if things get out, you might not be able to get to all 18, but we will do our best.
Doubtful.
So that is a great explanation of it. And I want to jump into it. I want to maximize the time. So let's go ahead and do that.
Let's do it.
This is going to be finding our perfect Disney park partner. Now, if you saw that little clip that I just
wonderful
put up, that is the most stock image video I could have found. I think that was on Canva, and it looks absolutely nothing like everyone that we have joining. That is not the actual people, but I had a lot of fun coming up with that and putting that together. So that made me laugh. Let's actually, though, bring the people out and introduce them. So first up, we have Brandon. Brandon, welcome to the stage. If those who have a keen eye will remember Brandon for being in our trivia frenzy as well. He was a brave soul who came on to challenge us and challenge his opponent with it, CJ. Brandon, welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, everyone. My name's Brandon, exploring the galaxy with 2 Ys. And I'm so happy to be here. I am definitely going to be the best travel partner. I'm a Disney travel agent. I know the theme parks through and through, know them like the back of my hand. I host a daily trivia. So I come with you with the facts and the small little quirks. Walt Disney would be proud. Pick me.
I love it. That's pretty compelling, and we'll see. This, to
Very
clarify,
good.
also for the audience, is not trivia, but we're going to give good situational things. So I'm excited to see how you do it and how you answer them as well. So thank you. Jumping into it again, now we have Kara. Kara, hello. How are you? And why do you think that you might be the best Disney partner?
Hey guys, so I'm Kara. You can find me on all social platforms at Authentically Kara, and I am going to be your choice for the best Disney partner because not only are we going to make magic in the parks, but I'm going to create special magical moments for you that you will never forget because they're going to be new for the both of us.
There you go. Bro, what do you think of that one? That's
Different approach. I'm excited.
Mhm.
Here we go. So
confident.
just so everyone's aware, I have 7 Post-it notes in front of me. I'm taking notes, everybody. So whatever you say is being recorded.
Okay,
That's
well,
it.
we'll see if your notes compare to mine.
Oh, there you go. I love it. Let's get Cammie on and see what Cammie has to say as well. Cammie, welcome.
Hi, I'm Cammie from the Mouse Debaters podcast. We are newcomers to the scene, but it's PG-13 podcast for grown-up ears. Ignore my 2-year-old who isn't meant to listen to my podcast because we have
Hello.
inappropriate jokes. So if you're looking for someone in the parks who's gonna heckle and maybe crack a little grown-up jokes and make things a little inappropriate, it's a real fun time. Also, I know you guys are Walt Disney World. I'm at Disneyland. I haven't been to Disney World in about 12 years. So
Ooh,
hitting up Disney World, I'm going to be excited like it's my first time. But if we're hitting up Disneyland, I'll show you guys around. I know that place like the back of my hand.
there
And
you
I've
go.
also been to Disneyland Paris. I lived in Europe for like 9 years. So what park do you want to go to? I know them all. Let's do it.
Wow. well versed on all of the parks. That is going to give her a good edge. And not having been to the Walt Disney World Park, main biased park in a while, that is going to give you definitely a different level of excitement in this hypothetical visit. So thank you as well. Melly, welcome to the stage. What is going on? How are you?
Hello, I'm very nervous because I am not speaking very well English, but I will be your perfect Disney partner because I love obviously the parks. I like to drop. How do you say it when you go very early?
Rope drop.
Rope drop.
Rope drop. And I like to ride every ride, even Mission Space. I love it.
All right.
It's my favorite.
Wow.
And and if you like to start Epcot in Mexico, I am the best because I can give you tips of what you can eat, what you can drink because I'm Mexican. So
I
I know
love it.
what is the best of the best in that Mexican pavilion.
I
Love
love
it.
it. That is awesome.
You'll be
Melly,
going
do
on
not be
Mission
nervous.
Space
We are
by
happy
yourself.
to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're very, very welcome. Jumping over to Maddie as well. Maddie, welcome. Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you guys?
We're doing well as well. Why would
Good.
you be the perfect Disney park partner?
I would say I would be perfect because I mean, I know this is kind of annoying, but like I'm super go with the flow. So if people want to prioritize rides, we can do that. If we want to prioritize eating and drinking, probably not after the weekend you just had, we can do that too. If we want to relax and take pictures, like I'm good with that. I'm just excited to be there.
Perfect. That is a different approach. Some people want to keep going and go, go, go. Others are go with the flow. So it's good to have some variety.
Yeah.
Perfect. That is awesome. That is who we have joining us for now. We do have a couple more, but it looks like that they may have had connection issues and fell off, and that's okay. They'll join us later. But Brett, let us go back into it. I think we should start with some good questions and get people on around the horn. We'll start, and if it gets too long with going around, maybe we'll just ask a couple people each question just so we can cycle through some varieties. So let's get to it.
Yeah, that sounds perfect. All right, let's bring our first person on.
Okay. Brandon, welcome back.
All right.
Hello.
Brandon, welcome to the stage. Your
Thank you.
first question here is, do you sleep in on park days?
Ooh. No, I don't sleep in on park days because between breakfast, character breakfasts, rope dropping, depends on what I want to do for that day, depends on what we want to do as a, collaborative group together. But, you got to start with a good, healthy breakfast, whether it be at Chef Mickey's or at Topolino's at the Riviera. We gotta get up early. You don't have to rope drop necessarily, but we do have to get up early. There is no sleeping in on a park day. Absolutely not. You're only there for a couple of times. You spend a lot of money. Wake up.
Exactly.
Personal
Parks
opinion.
are open those eyes. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Let's go. That sounds very good. That's definitely aligned with how we approach it as well. We do tend to rope drop occasionally, and sleeping in is not really our thing at Disney. So I kind of agree with you. Brett, what do you think? Does that sound okay?
That sounds good. I'm going to be a pass on the character breakfast.
Okay.
I'm down for a quick serve breakfast, and let's hop on a bus, right? Or maybe let's get rope drop, grab breakfast in the park. But I'm going to be a pass on the character breakfast, but I respect it. And
That's okay.
Chef Mickey's does have a place in my heart. There we go. It's my
That's
opinion.
totally okay. Absolutely.
That sounds good. We're gonna jump around here actually and get Cammy back on here. Cammy, what do you think about that? Are you somebody who sleeps in?
I have 2 small kids, so I never get to sleep in. So typically on a vacation, I'm like, hey, listen, I'll sleep in. Unless it's a Disney vacation, in which case I'm like chomping at the bit to get in the park. Is 5 a.m.? How early is too early to get out there? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Plus, we can always go back to the hotel and have a nap after. We too tired? Let's just hit a nap in the heat of the day. Nobody wants to be out when the sun's at its hottest. Take a nap and then come back at it, ready to shut the parks down. That's what I say.
That is music to our ears. We are big nap folks. We definitely are for that midday nap. Get in early, get on those good rides, and then take that nap,
Yes.
recharge, and get back out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm with you. Grab a quick serve breakfast and hit those rides. Like 8 a.m.
Yeah.
rope drop. I'm hitting the big roller coasters.
I love
Agreed.
it.
All
That
right.
sounds good.
Good answers.
Yep. Let's jump to another question and get some new faces on here too. So, Kara, this one is for you. If it started pouring and we're at Magic Kingdom, what would you suggest that we do?
If it started pouring, that was a great question. So when you're at the parks, I think one of the coolest things to do is actually maybe go want to take one of those midday naps, but also you can hop on the monorail and go visit those resorts right next door, just while it's raining. Get you out of the parks for a little bit. Maybe there is a opening at Ohana. We can grab a quick bite to eat, then come right back to the parks, which I think, Ryan, you like Ohana, right? That's
We
one of your
do.
favorites?
We definitely do. Yep.
So that's kind of my suggestion. Or what we could do is kind of stack that time and use it for those indoor shows. So the Carousel of Progress, maybe even Hall of Presidents if we haven't seen it in a while, or some of those other indoor places.
Good.
Not
Brett shaking his head. Go ahead, Brett. Elaborate.
What, on the note of Hall of Presidents,
Yeah.
or on the answer?
Was that the part that got you?
Because if we're resort hopping, I'm in. If we're going to Hall of Presidents, I'm out.
Well, it's either or. We can flip a coin.
There you go. Flip a coin. It is a perfect rainy day attraction and really the only time we would ever step foot in it. So that does make sense. I'm on board with it. And I like the idea of jumping in for a quick lunch if it's right around that time. Get some food, get out of the rain, and hopefully by the time you get out, it's cleared up. So I do like that as well.
Those are my thoughts.
I don't know. I like it. Brett, make sure you're taking notes on that one.
I got it
All
all
right.
down.
Melly. Perfect. Melly, welcome back to the stage. We have a question for you, a different one here.
Okay.
All right. If somebody was to cut you in line when you're with us, would you say something to them or would you
Of
let it
course.
slide?
Of course.
Of course. Okay. What would you say?
Like, hey, what's going on? I am here first. You have to make the line. Or
Yeah.
if you don't want to go, you want to go first, lightning lane, Genie Plus.
That's right. If
I'm
you're trying to get
Latina.
on quicker,
You think I
hey
will
up.
be silent? No.
No, that's awesome. That's why we wanted to ask. I didn't know if you would be, which is great.
No.
So I would probably not say something. So it would be good to have you with me because you would definitely be the backbone and be able to stick up for us, which would be great.
And maybe I will say some words in Spanish and he or she doesn't understand me, but my face will tell him or tell him.
The body
Like,
language would do the talking.
yeah. But we are all here making a line. Respect that.
Yep.
Huh? It's
You're
easy.
very
I won't say anything. So as long as
yeah, exactly.
I won't.
And you know what? You're right. Respect the line and respect everyone else. Everyone's trying to enjoy the day. So that's a great one. Maddie,
And
what would you do? I'm curious on Maddie's thoughts on this. Maddie, how would you
Okay,
react?
I'm not as bold, but I would kind of like feel it out. Like if it was an honest mistake, it's okay. We're at Disney. Maybe I'll make a little magic for you and I'll let you go in front of me. But if it's like clearly I'm cutting you off, I would be like, hey, the line is right behind me. Please.
Yeah. Hey, you see that 2-hour line? Yeah,
Yeah,
back there, please.
yeah, it's right there. It's right there. But honestly, if it was an honest mistake, I wouldn't be rude. Maybe I would let them go. Maybe I would just say, oh, it's the line.
Yeah. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. That's why we're curious how people would react. Bro, remind me, what would you do?
I wouldn't say a thing. I don't like confrontation. I don't like people like looking at me if they don't have to. So if it's like a bunch of people, right? Like I'll stop it. Like if they're taking advantage of me, then it's a different story.
Sure.
But if it's like a family of 4, I'm like, it's no biggie. So
Family of
I just
4.
don't, because my luck, I would say something to like the dude who's like a heavyweight world champion bodybuilder, and he would turn on me and like end my day.
Yeah. They'd have to call a
So
special code to take your limp body off the concrete. Pull you
right,
backstage as
and that would
fast
be
as
the
you can.
one family I call out my entire time in the history of Disney. Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, thanks, Maddie. Good answer. And it's an honest answer, and that's what we're looking for. You know, it's a tough
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah, it's an honest answer.
All right. Brandon, we have another one for you. Let's see how
hit me.
you would answer this one. If we were very late for a fast pass, and I'm talking like down to the minutes, we have like a couple minutes to get there. We're actually bleeding into our like 5-minute, 10-minute buffer that they give. And somebody's kids in front of you dropped their Mickey ears and the parents did not see. Are you stopping to pick it up and return
Absolutely
those
not.
Mickey ears, or are we going to make that fast pass?
Oh, we're making that fast pass. We making that fast pass, and even if we're 5 minutes late to that fast pass because we're late because we're walking all the way across the park, then sorry, I don't care. I'm going to beg and plead for us to get that fast pass. But sorry, it's not my responsibility for your ears, kitty. Bye. Personal opinion.
That
is awesome.
I love how
That is
Brandon finishes all his sentences with personal opinion, just so, so
It's like
nobody
a
gets their
disclaimer.
feelings hurt.
Respectfully, absolutely. But
It's
no,
an
right.
I don't got time for that.
That is so funny. I love that. I don't want to say that's what I would do too. If it was right in front of me, I'd pick it up, and like if it was in my direct path and I was like scooping it, that'd be perfect. But if I have to like stop,
If I have
don't
to trip myself to pick up your kid's thing, then It's a scavenger hunt for later for the parents. So like let it be. Let it be a fun game for them.
It's part of the Disney experience is going to Lost and Found and sorting through the thousands of
Ship it
sunglasses.
to my house later. Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. And it's, it's a little bit of a punishment for him. That's cool. Thank you.
I feel like I'm the one who's like not going to be brought into this trip because I totally would give him the ears.
You would bring it back.
You'd feel like you're going to leave me if like if we're already in the same direction, right? If I got to walk past the family quick anyway, I might as well just toss it to him.
You are a good soul.
I feel like you're not going to bring me now to our next trip because I'm going to stop.
This was actually a test for Brett, and Brett and I are not going together anymore.
Right.
No, you're a good soul. You're a good soul. I just really want to get on Guardians. So that's kind of where I was at with it. Let's jump into it. Let's get Cammie back out here. Cammie, hello.
Hey.
So my next question for you is that if we go to check into a hotel and they say that our reservation isn't showing up in the system, how would you handle that? Well, would you panic or what would you do?
My favorite thing. No, I am prepared always. I've got the reservation printed out. Here's my confirmation number. Here's the person that I spoke to when I made the reservation. Also, I'm not afraid to go a little bit of a Karen sometimes. Like, let me see your manager.
Yeah.
Also, I'm learning from this game that I want to go to Disney with Brandon. He sounds like a great time. I'm with him. I'm like, ditch the kid, ditch the ears, get on that ride at all costs. But then there's the other part of me that's also like, as a parent, if it were my kid's ears, like if it's I'm kind of with Brett, like maybe I'll give it to him. And also, I've never had a problem with like not getting on Fast Pass after the thing. It's like if you try to get in early, they're like, don't do that. But if you're late, if you're like super late, nobody's ever given me a hard time. So like,
it's kind of true actually. They buy whatever thing you throw at them. They'll be like, okay, just go.
Yeah, just fine. Who cares? Just get on. Yeah. It's not my job to care about this. That's in my experience what they say. Also karma. If I do a good thing, then like I'm gonna get some little fairy dust back. You know what I mean?
It's a very good point.
But I will be a Karen about my hotel reservation because like
100%.
I have made the plans and I am prepared.
Yeah, and I'll make them kick somebody else out just to get us in there, right?
Listen, I got my reservation. I paid good money to be in this hotel.
Yep. And if you give us a problem, I'm gonna say, call my friend Melly, call Melissa, because she's gonna give me backbone. She's gonna stand up. Thank you, Cammie. Speaking of Melly, welcome back. I'm curious to what you have to say on this one.
Okay.
What is your best first day plan at Disney? When you get there, what does like the first day look like to you?
Like first day in the parks?
Yep, first day in the parks.
Okay. For me, first day is Magic Kingdom always. I need to see the castle. I need all that magic absorb me.
Yeah, I love it. A good tradition is to start off with magic.
Yes, rope drop. It's super expensive for me, so it's like I have to be there every minute of the day. Mm-hmm. But for me, it's rides. And I don't know, go straight to Tomorrowland, Space Mountain, the classics, and at the end of the day, or not at the end of the day, maybe like 6 p.m., take a nap in Carousel of Progress.
I love it. I'm guilty of doing that too. So that is definitely on the docket and could be on our itinerary as well. But that's right. Go right to rides.
Yes, I like rides, Magic Kingdom, taking pictures, making memories here and in paper.
That's right. And that is what Disney is about.
Yeah.
Brett, does that sound like a good first day for you? What are your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, no, I'm there, right? If we're gonna rope drop and do rides, I'm in. I am all about rides, so Plan works for me for day one.
Perfect.
Ryan, are you start with castle or finish with castle? Because I think that's a big.
It's a great question.
Differentiating thing
Yeah,
here.
it's a great question. I think I would prefer to end the day at Magic and end it with the nighttime show or the fireworks show, things like that. So that doesn't necessarily, it's not a deal breaker, Melly, but I
Okay.
do like to end the day at Magic Kingdom for sure versus start it there.
Okay. That's nice.
Yeah, that's perfect. And Melly, even though we have this, you mentioned that you have a slight language barrier. What I love is that we don't have a Disney love barrier, and we are rocking through that. That is just so pure. So I'm loving it.
Yes, I love Disney. It's my favorite place in Earth.
That is perfect. That is perfect. Thank you, Melly. Jumping over to Kara here. Jumping over to Kara. Brett, why don't you pick one from the list here and fire one over at Kara? See what she's got to say here.
All right. Kara, are you a let's go to Disney Springs at night kind of person? Or do you want to stay in the parks until they close?
That's a great question. I am not a Springs at night person because honestly, that's a lot. There's a lot going on there. I would much rather sleep in. Listen, just follow me here. I'd much rather sleep in on my
About the kicker.
resort day, and then go to Disney Springs in the afternoon.
Okay.
Because Disney Springs at night can get it's hopping and popping. There's a lot going on. And I think for me personally, if I'm going to Disney Springs, I'm hitting up World of Disney, I'm getting coffee at Gideon's, I'm getting their cookies. So I want to kind of get in, get out, go back to the resort, hang out, maybe go to, Magic to finish out the day and Magic Kingdom, or go see Fantasmic at night. But I'm a Disney Springs in the morning, early afternoon person.
All right. That is a little different than I would do. I definitely like Disney Springs at night. I like the nighttime atmosphere. It is a bit busy, but Brett, is that a deal breaker for you? When do you typically like to go?
So it's not a deal breaker because I think Kara specified the resort day, which is a critical distinction.
Yes.
So that's not a deal breaker because I think resort days do give you a lot of flexibility. Resort days, if you're new and listening, could be a day that you decide to take off from the parks and only do like a half day, or it's the day you travel in or out. So it's really just like you kind of enjoy the resort you're staying at rather than the parks. So it's not a deal breaker. I'm down for it. I prefer sunset Disney Springs, right? Like 5:30 ish on a day. Like maybe you do Animal Kingdom hardcore in the morning and like early afternoon ish.
Now, is
Then
it because
doing like dinner, walk the shops, and then just have another chill night somewhere out and about. So that's probably my time for Disney Springs is like that
is it because
5:30
you're
ish
getting
on.
a boathouse dinner?
It could be. It definitely could be. I just like the vibe of like similar to what you were saying. Like it's not peak like when everybody's there, but it's also not 10 a.m. when it's like really not busy. So I just like the vibe. I like the sunset. I like watching it. So I think it's a good aesthetic at that time, I think.
It's all about the vibes. I get it.
All about the vibes. Cool. Thank you, Kara. Who is next? Let's jump Maddie back onto here. Maddie, welcome back on.
Thank
Are you ready for your next question?
As ready as I'll ever be.
That's right. Put on the spot here. Maddie.
Uh-oh.
I'm trying to think of a good one here. If it was a 70-degree day, near perfect park day temperature, would you take the time to stop and watch the Festival of the Lion King show at Animal Kingdom and go inside? Or would you maximize your time outside?
I would say yes, because Animal Kingdom, to me, I don't need like from open to close. Like I can do a lot. So to me, yeah, and I appreciate the Lion King, and yeah, I would miss the outdoors for that little chunk of time. But yeah, I think Animal Kingdom is low key, and I could afford to miss a few minutes outside.
I think that's the right answer. I think
Okay.
that's one that I resonate with as well. Definitely not a full park day needed for Animal Kingdom, and I think you're right. You know, you give Lion King the props it deserves. It's a wonderful show, absolutely worth viewing, and it's okay to sacrifice a little bit of that sun for it. Sometimes it might even feel good.
And Brett, me and you think the exact same because my Disney Springs evening is my Animal Kingdom days. And I appreciate Disney Springs in the nighttime. I just like the hustle and bustle. I like to get a couple drinks, couple cookies, lots of food.
There you go.
Same page.
Yeah,
Love it.
right. Half hardcore Animal Kingdom in the morning. Finish it off at Disney Springs.
Yep.
Name me a better duo. Oh wait.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I'll
You
wait.
can't, Ryan. You can't.
That does sound like an awesome, awesome day, and I would definitely love to do that as well. Especially I've heard cookies as a common theme here. Couple answers here. Gideon's Bakehouse and getting some love on the cookies. That is great. Thank you, Maddie. Jumping back to Brandon, let's do one more question. We're coming up here on the time. So Brandon, and maybe back to one other person. Let's see. Are you somebody that must watch the fireworks every visit, or would you be okay to miss the Magic Kingdom fireworks?
Happily ever after. Oh, no. Must. Must.
Okay.
Epcot, I'm okay. Magic Kingdom, must. And even with Enchanted, I was like, okay, like I vibe with it. I stood next to a couple of cast members and they were telling how, how they connected with it. I'm like, it gave me a different appreciation for it. So like I got on board with Enchantment. So like Happily Ever After, must. I need to get a good quality video every single time I am
Okay.
at those parks of Happily Ever After. I have about 17 on my phone. So must.
It never gets old. It's almost like we've never filmed it before every time we do it, and we just need
Absolutely.
to capture it again. And then it just takes up storage.
For sure.
Exactly. But it's worth it because it's worth the Insta post. It's worth that memory coming up each year on the social medias. And it honestly is just absolutely captivating. So I agree with you. For me, it's a must as well. Brett, is it a must for you? I think I know the answer, but I want to see what you think.
I want to see what you think first.
What I think of you.
On 3, Ryan. Here we go. Yes or no? Yeah, ready? On 3.
I think our threes are
Ready?
different. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
1, 2. 1, 2, 3.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I know you. I've been to the Disney
dude.
parks with you more times than I could probably count. And I know that that's an absolute yes. So that is a definite. But thank you, Brandon. Good answer. I'm curious on Melly. Melly, what do you think? Having been to Disney yourself, do you have to see the fireworks each time you go? I know you mentioned that when you go, you try to maximize your day. So do you see it every visit?
Every single visit, I watch them all.
Yep.
Epcot, obviously Magic Kingdom, all of them.
Good.
And I enjoy them so much that I'm home and continue watching them. So every single time I have to watch them.
Yeah. They never get old.
Yes, I don't care if my feet are like this. I have to watch them.
Yeah, I love it. They literally never get old. So that's a good answer. I feel like this is actually a good final question for everyone. So let's get Kara back on here and see what she thinks as well. Kara, fireworks a must, yes or no?
Absolutely, especially Happily Ever After. That was actually the reason that I became the Disney lover that I am. Listening to the narrator at the very end say, reach out and find your happily ever after, and how you take a hold of your dreams and make them come true. I think that's so much of the reason that we all love Disney is because we're able to control this magic and go here and create memories with so many other people. So that definitely has a sweet spot in my heart. And I have a special secret place to watch it on the Hubgrass. I can't put it out here because then everyone's going to find it. But if you travel with me, you'll know my secret place to watch it.
Oh, wow. That is the ultimate bait. That is very, very
Wow.
tempting. I know. That's all very tempting. Thank you, Kara. Good answer. And I will be thinking about where that spot is for a little bit longer. Cammie, what do you think? Are you a fireworks every time person as well?
Listen, I love a Disneyland fireworks show. There are few things in this world that give me the kind of hope that a Disneyland fireworks show does. It's like a spiritual experience. I'm crying every time. Beautiful. 10 out of 10. I love it. If everybody else in the group were like, we've seen it, we don't need to see it, let's go hit up some rides while everybody else is watching fireworks, I'm like, oh, okay, I see you guys. Like, I could be down. I could ride some rides. But I do love a fireworks show. I'm never sad about seeing one. I will say, though, if we hit up Disneyland Paris and they've got that new Disney Symphony of Color drone show, have you seen this on YouTube or TikTok?
I have not. But I
Please
saw
look it
that
up
there was a
immediately after
rumor
this.
of drones coming to Disney World.
I have.
I
Okay.
think they were testing some of it, so we'll see.
This is the thing. So Disneyland Paris has this new drone show. It is bonkers.
We'll never
It's
see
opening
them.
in January.
We'll never see them.
I know. But listen, just watch it on TikTok. Anyway, if we get the drones in, maybe that's what gets me over to Florida is the drone show. Because a flight to Florida might be cheaper than a flight to Paris right now. I don't know.
That's true. That's true. You never know. That would be a very cool must see when you come over.
Yeah, it's bonkers.
Yeah.
The clips I've seen on TikTok are like next level. I can't believe Disney always outdoes themselves.
Yeah.
I will look it up right after this one.
Yeah.
Brett, did you
This
say you
goes
have
back
seen it on
to
TikTok?
exactly. I have seen it, but this goes back to exactly what we were talking about last episode, that everybody else except for Disney World gets the cool things.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, not
they
everything.
would probably show
but
these like videos.
Recently, it feels like that.
Yeah, but they probably shown these drone shows and we're like, oh my gosh, like you just said, like we're gonna get them at Magic Kingdom. It took Tron 14,000 years to open. We're never seeing drones here. Confirmed.
Tron forever.
I can confirm it.
It's true. I know, but
It-
listen, nowhere else in the world has Epcot. Like
So long.
that trumps everything. Epcot is it.
Yeah. It feels like Epcot would be actually a great spot for a drone show because it has drones can have that 3D element to it. And
Mhm.
so when you have a circular stage such as the lake of Epcot,
Yeah.
that would actually be a really cool opportunity to give a multi-sided show, a
Yeah,
3D version of a
yeah,
show
for sure.
versus staring at it, from the front. That's a very interesting idea. So if we have a Disney mole listening this week, we know you're
Listen,
going to implement it. Yeah,
Epcot drone show. Who do we
Yeah.
think it to?
exactly. Thank you, Cammie. Last one coming on here is Maddie. Maddie, are you a fireworks must see?
Okay. Yes, but with a caveat.
There's an asterisk. Okay.
There is.
Ooh.
Last time I was at Disney, I went with some friends and family that are not Disney goers. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to gift everybody a private fireworks cruise. And so we got a private boat on the lake right in front of the castle, and we parked there. I mean, we had a captain who was a cast member, and we watched the fireworks from the boat. And I just have to do that like every time now. I'm like, it was the most magical experience of my life. It was so cool. But
Wow.
if I can't do that, yes, I do want to stay for the fireworks. I want to see it. I want to cry. And
Yep.
then I want to be annoyed trying to get out of the park.
It's inevitable.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's worth going back onto a ride and
Fair.
letting the traffic leave.
Yeah.
Exactly. Interesting. I would love to do that boat ride. That sounds awesome. And so if you have to do that every time, I think that we might have to do that if we end up going.
It comes with free drinks, free food, snacks, and like blankets. And then they pump the music into the boat so you can hear the entire show. And it's to die for. It's amazing.
That is super cool. That is definitely going to be on the
That's
radar.
super cool.
Yeah, for our next visit.
Yeah.
I know Brett and I would definitely like to do that as well.
You have to.
For sure.
Well, thank you, Maddie. Thank you, everybody,
Yeah.
for coming over this week, playing the game with us. We had a lot of fun. It was interesting to hear the different answers and to hear the different takes from everyone and just seeing how everybody experiences Disney and does Disney a little bit differently. Brett, now that we've heard a very good summary of different situations and answers, who of our group here would you choose as your perfect Disney partner?
Yeah, I knew this time was coming on the episode to make a decision. And I'm not gonna give the cliche answer of like, I'd pick you all. But like I genuinely think that if there was how many people are on here? 6?
5 others.
I
Yep.
think going with each of them would give you 6 different ways to do Disney, and I think that is so I don't know if I can say which one I would choose definitely because I would want to experience it with everybody, knowing how different everybody approaches everything we asked here. So cliche answer, but I would choose everybody on 6 different trips, and then we get to go down 6 times. So win for us too.
I love it. That was actually similar to me, and it's not a cop out, but I was gonna say, Brandon, I love the energy. I love everything that he wants to do. Kara's very knowledgeable. I know that she's coming in ready to go with everything that we need to do for the day. Cammie's gonna make me laugh the whole time without a doubt, and especially if we're going no kids and we're gonna have a PG-13 trip, I'm all in on that. Melly, you're going to be the bodyguard. You're going to be knocking people down left and right. I think if people are cutting lines, we will have the quickest day of our life getting on everything without any line cutters. And Maddie, again, coming in there loosey goose, ready to go with the flow type of day and finishing it off with a boat ride, watching the Magic Kingdom fireworks. That is just absolutely super cool. So that is going to be our vague, also winning answers. Everybody for different variety of reasons. We had a lot of fun with this. Thank you guys so much for joining us. If you haven't given us a review yet, please do it on Apple Podcasts as well as Spotify. And then go over to Instagram or TikTok. Follow us there. We make some different content each week there as well, all about Walt Disney World Resort. So thank you guys so much. Brett, anything else on your end?
No, just want to say thank you to all of our people. Okay, cool. Want to thank everybody for being here. Everybody who offered something, like an Instagram, I will put it in our show notes. So everybody can follow everybody. And then also be sure to check us out on Instagram, a Dose of Magic Podcast, where we will review this week's episode and any kind of Disney news. And we'll also tag everybody who participated this week as well. So again, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for watching. If you're new, welcome aboard. If you're a returner, we appreciate you for always coming back. See you next episode.
Thanks, everyone.